Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing a longer term market analysis for Curve, which is looking very bullish here on the weekly chart, with the reason being that we actually have broken back above the 20 and the 21 weekly moving averages, the red and green lines on this chart. And with these two moving averages we saw during that bear market decline, these were very strong resistance. Following the breakdown right here in January 2022, Curve essentially just rejected off of this at every step of the way, just coming up to these moving averages and then forming all of these lower highs right on this level. But again, over the last few weeks, we have seen that break back above the 20-week moving average, above the 21 weekly moving average, and we've actually flipped that into support. So instead of just rejecting on this and then forming lower highs, that's actually where the lows are forming. We have this level acting as a region of demand instead. So that really does give us the idea that we have reversed this momentum, that we have reversed this bear market trend, and in fact we're starting to move in the general right direction here. Curve has also managed to actually come back above the October highs and form a higher high. So right here you can see that we rejected at this level right around $1.07 just before that FTX crash, and we've broken back above that level to form a higher high, definitely just reversing this downtrend, definitely reversing the structure that we've seen throughout the entirety of 2022. You can even draw some sort of diagonal sloping trend line. All signs really indicating that we do have a longer term low in place. We actually have this double bottoming pattern. So a fairly bullish weekly chart, and I do expect this to continue to the upside. Expect some shakeouts and volatility along the way though. We do have this correction that we can look to as just an example from this local high. Curve actually corrected by about 27%. So that's natural, that's to be expected along the way, but I do think that this is going to start heading in the general right direction with some corrections along the way, especially towards these resistance levels. With this one right here around $1.38, you can see that was the low in the summer of 2021 where we had basically this triple bottom off of, and that was also the range highs where we rejected at on this move up in July and August. So that's the next major resistance level looking out into the next few weeks. That could be maybe where we start to experience some of those corrections, but ultimately my longer term stance is that eventually we will start to flip this back into support, continue that general uptrend, and then just looking for some of these higher targets, say into the next few weeks, especially if Bitcoin and Ethereum can maintain a lot of that relative strength. So with the Curve Bitcoin ratio, this is also looking pretty similar. We do have a short-term double bottom on this weekly chart right off this valuation around 3,100 Satoshis. So fairly bullish to see that this actually has basically broken this downtrend as well. But when I zoom out here to the longer term trend over the last few years, it's really not clear to me where Curve is headed. It's basically just been going sideways for the better part of 2.5 years. You could maybe look at this as one gigantic range, but in general, there's really not too much to take away here. We don't have a consistent uptrend or a consistent downtrend on the longer term trend. So just wait to see if we can start to have either a break above this range high from back here in January 2022 or a break down below the range lows from back here in January 21. But until then, we're just basically range bound, we're consolidating. And I've thrown out the idea before that this could be looked at as a longer term range of accumulation where we just have a lot of this sideways action building up a big base so that for potentially a future bull run, we might start to see this expand to the upside and break out above the range highs right around 14,800 Satoshis. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.